Game 1 was epic. It was an epic collapse.
Come on now.
But it was also an epic job. You pre-show yesterday thought that the Knicks were going to win Game 1, but who do you blame for the Celtics Game 1 loss?
The three-point line. Yeah. What do you mean by that, Shady? Well, I don't think this is playoff basketball. You're talking about an experienced championship defending team. So you already been there. You got experience, JB, Horford, JT, all these players, Derek White, I could go on for Drew Holiday. Everybody on this team is experienced, and Game 1 is important. And y'all telling me you shot 63s, okay, that wasn't enough. You missed 45 of them, and you still shooting the ball. You was up by 20 points, and you lost it by shooting trays? Are you kidding me? Real quick, let's say you up by 20 points, and now y'all just going to the rim. Y'all getting fouls, right? You missed some shots, but you're playing defense. Like, you're still in the game. When you're shooting all these threes, you're not even getting your chance, a chance to win. And then Jalen Brunson showed up. So now, over this long period of time where you was winning, and now you miss all these threes, now you give the other opportunity for the other team to get hot, to get confident. And then once 1-3 goes in for the Knicks, two more threes, now some one-on-one opportunities, now they confidence is up and they back in the game. The reason why I was scared about this game for the Celtics, and I told Slick this, and Acho, and I told James, and y'all always laughing at me, I said because, first of all, the Knicks got dog in them.
Yes, they do.
If the one reason why it was a tougher, series against the Pistons, because Pistons play tough basketball. I don't feel like the Celtics play tough basketball. I think they're really, really good. They're probably the best team all around in basketball, but they're not super tough. Even the last possession, though, did you see McHale? Give me this rock.
Right out of his hand.
Right? And they match up well. Mikal Bridges is tall, lanky, right? He gives Steph Curry, I hate him because he gives Steph Curry a lot of issues, but he's lanky. Then you look at OG. Yeah. These guys are all big dudes, and then they try to go at Brunson on defense. He kind of holding his own a little bit, right? And then if they can get Anthony Towns to stay out of foul trouble, it gets even serious and scary for the Knicks. I love this matchup, and I love the dog. If you have anything about playoff basketball, you got the talent, cool, you got the experience, but if you don't have that dog in that fight, you're going to lose this race.
Well said, brother.
Oh, you next now. Now, before you go, say Shady was right, because it means a lot from you saying it. If
I like when Shady's having conversations with himself. You know?
So are you going to say it? I will not let you what you said. Shady was right.
Shady, you were right.
Oh, here we go. I love this show, man.
And Joe Mazzulla was wrong.
Wrong.
That's who I'm putting this loss at his feet. He coached the score. He didn't coach how his team was playing. They were not good from the very beginning.
What do you mean by coach the score?
Because they were up, he's coaching as if there's not a problem. But they were shooting and missing threes and settling from the very beginning. It was simply, look, and one of the reasons why I expected that this was going to be a gentleman's sweep is because the Celtics just have too much for them. I mean, we can flip this around. They missed 45 of 63s, and the game still went to overtime, and they had a chance to win it. As bad as the Celtics were, they still could have eked this out. But the fact of the matter is that this was pre-championship Boston Celtics form. Shooting way too many threes, settling. You had, to your point, you had Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble. You had Josh Hart in foul trouble. You even had Jalen Brunson in foul trouble. And were you attacking them? No, you were settling for threes. And then by the time we get to the end of the game, you're going up against Mr. Clutch, Jalen Brunson, with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And for all that I like about those cats, they are not ISO, give them the ball, get out of the way, and let them attack and score. That's simply not their games. And that's what they went to. And then on top of it, those guys went ISO. Jason Tatum, one of the reasons that I, again, favored the Knicks over the Celtics is because they have size on the wings. How do you match up against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Those guys are bigger, stronger than whoever they're going to be matched up against. I don't need you settling for threes.
Right.
That's a bailout. Attack the rim, at the very least. I just didn't see that. So I didn't think the Celtics still had this in them after winning a title, and that's what scares me the most. This Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics looked like the team that I saw that gave a championship away to the Golden State Warriors with this same approach.
But they've been settling for threes all year long, though. They shot the most threes in the season and made them this year.
There's a difference when you get a three off of a drive and a kick as opposed to
Off a pull-up.
I can't get someplace, and you know what? I can't. You know what?
But
the
you know
clock's
what?
short. I'm going to take the three.
Only thing I say that is because Shady, a Warriors fan, I grew up in the Bay Area, and they always just say that about the Warriors. And you covered the Warriors.
Sure.
They shooting. That's what they do. And now, just because they ain't falling, we want to get on them for shooting. The Celtics have been shooting the three for 82 games. They've been shooting them. And now we want to get on because they was missing them? I don't know. Go ahead.
To me, it's like, don't miss
I know, but I'm just saying they...
Come on. You're a wide receiver. You keep doing the outside release, and it ain't working. You going to do it the whole game?
That might be what the coach
Eventually, this is what I do. You know what? But that's why I put it on Joe Mazzulla. At some point, you got to tell him.
To me, it's not that they took the threes. It's how they took the threes.
Okay.
Like, if you just say they shot 63s, that don't tell the whole story. What tells the story is, first half of the game, Cat was getting cooked by JB and by JT whenever it was ISO ball. They were going to the cup. That's why Cat had 4 fouls with like 2 minutes into the third quarter. Then the second half of the game, they got the same matchups.
Yeah.
You got Cat one-on-one, but instead of taking him to the cup, JT was settling for pull-up off the dribble three-pointers. Remember, the Celtics could have won the game. 28 seconds left, Celtics got the ball, scores tied 100-100. JT, end the game. Everybody is looking at Tatum to end the game. Derek White, Horford, JB, Holiday, all looking at you, Tatum, end the game. You got Cat. It's one-on-one. I'm like, oh, cook him. You know what they say? Do him. You got him one-on-one, and you settle for a pull-up tray ball. Only by the grace of God did Jalen Brunson miss the layup on the other end. That's why the game even went into overtime in the first place, because Brunson's not going to settle for the three. He going to cook if he can cook. So I don't care so much that the Celtics took the 63s. It's how they took the 63s. They weren't drive, kick, open threes. They were one-on-one ISO ball
But
threes.
even that part, so like, okay, I'm going to finish with the threes, and I'm going to go with something else. So even the threes, right, in the third quarter, they had, 20 field goals, right? 19 of them was threes. So basically tell me all the shots is threes? Yeah. Wait, so this whole quarter, we just going to shoot trays all day? That don't make sense. Even if we're a jump shooting team, you keep talking about the Warriors. Yes, they shoot a lot of threes, but they do have some backdoor cuts. They have some plays. Like, they have something. And then the one thing about the Celtics is there's always a mismatch because, like, a guy like Horford, right? You put him on Brunson, like, he can back you down and score. All the changes for the pick and rolls and all that, where you getting different switch off and matchups, because they switch on everything. You have these guys with different matchups. So I just don't believe in that three situation because you could have did more than that. And another thing is, when I talk about the dog part, a dude like Josh Hart, though, right?
Yep.
He might not fill up the box score because he's flashed with his passes and all that. Every loose ball he was getting. Every second rebound, right, attempt he was getting, kicking out, straight ball. It looked like to me, the Knicks wanted more last night.
Yep.
I don't know if they wanted more. And the last thing is, I do like Drew Holiday is they're taking advantage of him. You know why? Because we all know he's a great defender, but he's missed a lot of games. He's a little rusty. Take advantage now before he gets back to his form. And that's what they did.
I think another thing, too, though, is, I mean, we're talking about all the threes, but somebody got to make shots on the other team. We got to give credit to Brunson and OG.
Sure,
like, they made big shots. Like, and you could be a little
Brunson
rusty,
like that.
but Brunson was giving Holiday problems. I ain't never really seen somebody, like, frustrate Holiday like that. Crafty, getting him on the pump, all like getting to the cup whenever he wanted. And then he's just a big shot maker.
Nice.
And OG, when they were really down, OG is the one who brought him back in that game with his key threes and getting to the bucket and making plays. But Brunson
like that, bro.
took that game over when that game needed to be taken over, and they made shots when they needed to make shots, and big shots.
I was wondering this 3 months ago when it happened. I think the best thing to happen to the Knicks may have been Jalen Brunson getting hurt in the regular season. Because I've been tracking OG all season. OG did not used to have this confidence. OG did not used to have this aggressiveness. OG did not used to have the freedom to let his confidence nor his aggressiveness exist. When Brunson got hurt, OG's usage rate, it went from 23% to 29%. OG's points per game went from 18% to 18 points to 23 points. Now that Brunson's back, because OG has seen life without Brunson, he knows how he can play. So in yesterday's game, OG didn't just make the big shots, he took the big shots. We all know who Brunson is, and we know what Brunson's capable of, but make no mistake about it, OG went 6 for 11 from the three-point line.
Yep.
Make no mistake about it, it was OG who hit the three-pointer on the left side that put the Knicks up by 6 points by the end of regulation. Make no mistake about it, Brunson is already a bona fide dude, but when Brunson went out, it made other dudes step up, and when OG stepped up, I don't think OG has looked back since. I would suggest Brunson getting hurt during the course of the regular season may have been the best thing to happen to the Knicks long term, because now all them other pups matured into full-grown German Shepherds, and they still dogs now in the playoffs.
Yeah, the biggest part of that was that Jalen Brunson was on the bench watching OG do that stuff.
Yes, he was.
So now he has a confidence in him that he's capable of that. Because OG has actually always wanted, like, in his head,
that's
he's
true.
always been like,
Even
hey,
Toronto.
I can do this,
that's
and he's
true.
never had the opportunity, and he did, and now Jalen, because that was the difference in the threes. Like, the threes that OG was getting was off of Jalen's action.
Yep, it was, yep.
And there was some of that early on with Boston, but down the stretch, it was really just one guy deciding, oh, I can't get anywhere, I'm going to pull up and take a three. That's a bad three.
And before we go, I'll say this, though. If they win this game, right, with Anthony Carlstown being in foul trouble and not really contributing on the offensive side, he had some rebounds, by 15
played
rebounds.
well.
I'll say this, though. If he's on that court, it's a mismatch problem for the Celtics, too, though. Because who can guard him?
Yeah.
And Carl, anytime get going offensively, they're going to be in trouble. And then Brunson is so phenomenal. Woo! New York Knicks got a superstar at Jalen Brunson. They have a really, really good team. Got a lot of heart, a lot of dog. They're going to take this serious. Hey, they're going to take this serious. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I see dog.
That wagon just tipped over.
Only thing is, let me take that back. That was a little wild. If Karl Anthony Towns could stay on the court, then I think they can take this serious. But if he can't, they can't win.
I agree with that.
Hey, what up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.